The iPhone 15 Pro was a fairly significant upgrade over the iPhone 14 Pro in 2023, introducing a new design with a titanium frame, slimmer bezels, the action button, a USB-C port, and more. The iPhone 16 Pro's upgrades will likely not be as substantial as its predecessors. After over a year of rumors, there are now 5 major upgrades and improvements expected to be offered by the iPhone 16 Pro models later this year. Both iPhone 16 Pro models are expected to feature larger displays than their predecessors. Pushing the iPhone 16 Pro Max is the biggest iPhone ever offered. There are also reportedly improvements to the underlying OLED technology in store. For this time, Apple will use a 6.3-inch OLED display for iPhone 16 Pro and a 6.9-inch OLED display for iPhone 16 Pro Max, as compared to 6.1-inch and 6.7-inch display for iPhone 15 Pro models. Under the hood, the iPhone 16 Pro models are rumored to bring notable improvements in processing power, thermal management, and connectivity. From a more powerful A18 Pro chip to advanced thermal designs and enhanced connectivity options including the latest Wi-Fi standards. These changes promise to further update the iPhone S basic specifications. In camera department, the iPhone 16 Pro models are slated to receive a range of substantial camera enhancements, such as a larger main camera sensor, a 48-megapixel sensor on the ultra-wide camera, and a dedicated hardware button for photography and videography on the side of the device. The iPhone 16 Pro models could receive some major improvements in battery technology and charging, sporting bigger, denser batteries and faster charging capabilities. While many of Apple's devices are rumored to receive a series of new AI-based features via software updates later this year, the iPhone 16 Pro models are expected to take these further with exclusive capabilities and an upgraded microphone. The iPhone 15 Pro was a fairly significant upgrade over the iPhone 14 Pro in 2023. Introducing a new design with a titanium frame, slimmer bezels, the action button, a USB-C port, and more. The iPhone 16 Pro's upgrades will likely not be as substantial as those offered by its predecessor. As a result, most iPhone 15 Pro users will have little reason to upgrade. But some who would appreciate a larger display, better cameras, and a dedicated button for photography and videography features may find it worthwhile. Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more updates. For its upcoming flagships, Apple is following in the footsteps of Samsung but in a better way. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, the two companies are in active negotiations to let Apple license Google's generative large language models in order to power some new features coming in iOS 18. The two parties haven't decided on the terms or branding of an AI agreement or finalized how it would be implemented. With the release of iOS 18 later this year, Apple is rumored to be bringing major new AI capabilities to its iPhone operating system. According to Gurman, however, Apple is focusing on features that operate on-device and do not require an internet connection. To power additional cloud-based generative AI features, such as the ability to create images and write essays based on single prompts, Apple is seeking a partner that has the necessary large-scale hardware infrastructure and compute capabilities already in place. According to previous reports, Apple has been internally testing an Apple GPT rival that could compete with OpenAI's ChatGPT. The company has also been designing an AJAX framework for large language models. It is said to be spending millions of dollars a day on conversational AI research as training language models require a lot of hardware. However, the technology is still not as advanced as the tools used by Google and other rivals, making a partnership look like the better option for Apple. Share your thoughts in the comments. Does Apple compete with Samsung AI in its upcoming devices? I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. For my regular viewers, you guys have seen this, so just skip to the next video, but if you're new here then hit subscribe now and we'll get right into it. In 2024, Apple is set to release the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Pro lineup with an arguably more interesting feature set than we got with the iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Pro. 5 key upgrades coming to iPhone 16. One of the most anticipated upgrades is the addition of the capture button. All 4 iPhone 16 models are set to get a whole new button which will be located on the right side of the device below the power button. In the United States, this is where the mmWave, the 5G antenna is, so Apple will be shifting that over to the other side. This addition, which Apple calls the capture button, will be used to take photos and videos when the iPhone is in a landscape orientation. It aims specifically at capturing 3D landscape video that will then be viewed on the Apple Vision Pro. Still, it will also be useful for taking regular videos and photos as well. The button will be a standard mechanical button like the power and volume buttons, but it will support multiple pressure levels. You'll be able to press down lightly to focus, then press down further to snap a picture or start recording. The feel will be similar to a multifunction camera shutter button. As a bonus, the standard iPhone 16 models will also get the action button that was introduced with the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, so both the action button and capture button will be available across the entire lineup. Finally, a bigger display after a long time. Apple has been using 6.1 and 6.7-inch display sizes for all iPhone generations since the 2020 iPhone 12 models, but display sizes are finally set to increase slightly in 2024. The iPhone 16 Pro display is expected to be approximately 6.3 inches, while the iPhone 16 Pro Max display will be approximately 6.9 inches. Screen sizes are bigger because the iPhone 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max will be about 3 mm taller and around 1 mm wider. Thickness isn't increasing, but the weight will go up just a bit because of the size jump. Unfortunately, the size change will be limited to the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max this year, and the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus will still measure in its 6.1 inches and 6.7 inches, respectively. Camera upgrades. Apple has camera changes in store for all of the iPhone 16 models. For the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus, there will be a new vertical lens arrangement that does away with the diagonal arrangement Apple has used for the last several years. The change is expected to let the iPhone 16 models capture spatial video, a feature limited to the 15 Pro and Pro Max right now. The biggest update will be limited to the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max, though. Apple is upgrading the ultra-wide camera to 48 megapixels, bringing improved images in lower lighting conditions. The lens is expected to work like the 48 megapixel wide camera, which uses pixel binning to combine the data from 4 pixels into 1 super pixel for better image quality. Since spatial video recording uses both wide and ultra-wide cameras, spatial videos will get a boost with the new Pro models. Apple is also going to bring the 5x telephoto lens to the iPhone 16 Pro this year, and that's presumably possible because of those size as mentioned earlier increases. 5x optical zoom is available on the 15 Pro Max right now, but both Pro models will get it in 2024. Faster 5G. With the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max, Apple plans to adopt Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon X75 modem chip. Modem chips aren't often a major feature that we highlight, especially since the transition to 5G, but the X75 will be faster while also using less power. It offers 10 carrier aggregation for mmWave and 5x carrier aggregation for sub-6 GHz. Carrier aggregation improves data speeds, so a higher number equates to lower latency and more data throughput. The modem chip has a second-generation AI processor inside that Qualcomm says will improve speeds, coverage, link robustness, and location accuracy. You might see fewer connection issues in parking garages, elevators, and subways. The X75 merges the sub-6 GHz and mmWave transceivers, so there's 25% less circuit board space used and less power draw. So far, rumors suggest that the X75 will be limited to the Pro models in 2024, with the standard models continuing to use the X70 in the current iPhone 15 lineup. Along with better 5G, Apple could also bring Wi-Fi 7 to the iPhone 16 Pro models. These are the 5 key upgrades expected in the upcoming iPhone 16 lineup. If you have any thoughts or predictions, feel free to share them in the comments below. More things remain similar. There are still plenty of upgrades with the new hardware to power better and brighter displays, along with the new battery thermal technology. This should really enhance the experience and work well with the new features now. Of course, because of all the similarities to its predecessor is probably not going to make anyone with an iPhone 15 rush for an upgrade, but for anyone with an older iPhone or looking to get their first iPhone, it's going to be a great choice. That is it. Subscribe for more updates and I see you in the next one. Peace out.